Hey guys, today I'm going to show the most important tips and tricks that you need to know to improve your gameplay with Sylas. At level 1, when you are up against a melee champion, you can trade with T because you will gain 2 passive stacks and you will deal a decent damage. But when you are up against a ranged champion, you can start with Q to farm minions from a safe position. Sylas' Q hitbox is smaller than the spell indicator. The Q explosion does more damage, so do your best to hit the target with the explosion of Q. The easiest way to hit Q is when the enemy goes to last hit a minion. If you hit an enemy hidden in a brush with the edge of Q, you will see a second explosion. You can combine flash with Q to close the gap. You can use W on enemies to go through some thin walls. The closer you are to the target, the faster you will attack with W. When you have low health, you can bait your opponents to attack you and then use W to heal yourself, because W will heal you more when you have low health. You can combine W with flash, but first use W on the target, then flash. Be careful with this trick, because if W is out of the range of the target after using flash, this trick will not work. You can short dash with E1 to activate the passive faster. You can use E1 to go through some walls, or to dodge enemy abilities. You can combine E1 with Q to close the gap. You can also combine E1 with W to close the gap. When your jungler comes mid, try to have E available to secure the kill. The E2 hitbox is bigger than the spell indicator. You can combine flash with E2 to close the gap. While dashing with E2 on an enemy, you can auto-attack another nearby enemy. Or you can use W on a nearby enemy to cancel the E2 dash. You will have to practice this trick because it's very difficult. You can hit Q more easily when you combine it with E2. Sometimes enemies will try to avoid your E2, and while they are trying, you can attack them during that time and use E2 later. You can use E2 through walls to surprise your enemies. Once you reach level 3, the basic trading combo is E1, E2, auto attack, Q, auto attack, W, auto attack. Try to add an auto attack after using 1 or 2 abilities, because you lose your passive stacks. The hitbox of Sylas' ultimate is smaller than the spell indicator, and when you use the ability at maximum range, it will make your character move towards the target. Sylas' ultimate also gives a passive stack, but if you steal someone's ultimate and you don't attack them, you will lose the passive stack. You can combine E2 with R to steal ultimates faster. You can use Everfrost to stun or slow your opponents and hit Q or E2 much easier. Once you reach level 6, before you start the all-in combo, you can steal someone's ultimate and then E1, Everfrost, Q, E2, auto attack, W, auto attack, Q. Depending on which ultimate you have stolen, it is up to you when to use R. You can combine E2 with Rocket Belt for more burst damage. You can also use Zhonya's while dashing with E1 or E2. When attacking towers, use abilities to activate the passive and deal more damage. In teamfights, look for opportunities to find and burst the squishy enemy champions, and when you have cooldowns, just back off and don't take free damage. If this video was useful to you, don't forget to like it.